been sleeping seems like 2-3 times a day anymore. I've got to get a hold of the people who are buying my home or buying my house and basically figure out what the fuck's going on. But either way, it's more or less just a sit and wait game. I've got some other possible ideas, or not ideas, but, well, I guess you could say ideas, but I've been considering it something else. I mean, still getting a home and starting a business and all that, but I'm spreading my search a little further, and I think I know what I'm gonna do and where I'm moving. Exact area I can't say, since I've got to narrow down on a place, but it'll get figured out. You know, I'm definitely leaving a lot of things in God's hands. I'm just trying to do my best to do my part. Trying to get through this healing process, and yeah, I still have a lot of questions, but when it comes to that person, I've pretty much got my closure. It still hurts a lot. I have moments that I miss them, but I realize I'm missing somebody that's not real. Literally not real. The closure I was able to get out of this whole thing was that, one, she admitted to cheating, which answered every other fucking hunch and question I ever had. And then to realize that she's nothing but a covert narcissist. I don't want nothing to do with that woman ever again. I don't want a fucking thing to do with her. All I know is all I want to do is be able to get through the damages that she fucking left me with. You know, emotionally and everything like that. Continue my therapy and counseling, and God says I'm not meant to be alone, then I'm not going to be alone. But otherwise, I've already pretty well accepted that I'm going to be alone. It's not going to kill me. It's not going to make things any harder than it was when I was single before and living on my own before. Yes, I'm dealing with loneliness. But at the same time, I'm starting to feel okay with it. Because I'm not willing to risk being with another person like that one. And yes, that person definitely taught me what to look for and what to pay attention to in a person, and not allow it to go anywhere. Fuck. This is going to sound really horrible even to a lot of women out there who are not narcissistic that might do it, but if I see that you spend more time on your eyebrows than any other bit of makeup on your body, basically, or on your face, spend more time grooming your eyebrows than, say, putting on lipstick and eyeliner, I don't really want anything to do with you. And I know some of you who might watch this will be like, what the fuck? That's kind of funny. That's actually considering, look up narcissism and eyebrows. Come to find out, that is a physical feature that you can watch for, especially those who are on spectrum, that you can see that and it be kind of like a big caution sign. It lets you know to be aware. So then, as you get to know that person more, you'll know to watch for those other traits. I'm always going to love that woman. I loved her a lot. I gave her a lot of years of my heart, and I realized the person I gave my heart to doesn't exist. At least the person I thought existed doesn't exist. And I realized the more I learned from my counselor and these others, even on YouTube, like Lee Ham, who is a diagnosed narcissist that has been going to therapy for the last near decade and has been using what his knowledge and what he's done as a narcissist and is using it to teach victims about the habits and the actions of what they do. So, yeah. I have moved on for most part. I haven't found anybody, and I'm not looking for anybody and all that right now. I need help. I've got to get past this shit. I've got to deal with the therapy and the counseling first. And in the process, I've got to find a home. You're not going to see me bring somebody by my parents' house. I'm embarrassed enough as is for what little bit people see online. And I've been embarrassed most of my life about my parents' home. Yeah. I'm going to leave it there. I've got to run in and pick up my medications. I had my doctor's filled my prescription. And then I'm going to go grab some lunch for me and the pooch. So yeah, thanks for watching.